your trade. So a 4 bar reversal with a big wick is basically a stop loss hunt. If you notice to the right, we do have this area that was a strong rejection to the upside, 161, 29,000, 161 if you're marking these zones out. We have point of control at 29,383, also another stacked 390, and another one stacked for today at 402. These are all stacked up point of controls from previous days. As you can see, this is basically an area that needs to get right now rejected and go to the upside if buyers really are strong and see us go back into this 4 hour supply zone. So as you can see, we had strong buyers and then some strong selling pressure here on the 5 minute. We did reject the zone. We never got into it right away. So right here, this is the zone that I'm talking about. That there's potentially a lot of selling. We're looking for 29,569. So that would be an area of liquidity. Now, what market needs to do for us to really have this rally into that 500 zone, we need to see a tap of like 240, 250, and it just runs with momentum. I'm talking about you're going to see like a 100-point move in a minute or like 2 minutes max. Once you see that, you're just basically getting in on the pullbacks. Any pullbacks is your zone to enter. If you're being a risky evaluation gambler today, you're basically getting in at this very moment with 1 micro. 1 micro will be your play into getting this like trade to the upside, and then seeing that rejection at the 4 hour low, up to 4 hours. So basically, what the 4 hour low is what we were seeing yesterday, the spinning top. So as you saw the spinning top, let me just close everything out from here. So basically, the 4 hour candle was our indecisive candle. And as you can already see and observe, we had the high and the low of the 4 hour. That was a lot of chop in the beginning of that 4 hour of the open bell yesterday. Market went all the way to the top, but never took out the top. You can see that very clearly here. We did take out the bottom, and then it went up, and then it came back down. When I saw the flush of a CRT, so basically it's candle range theory, it's basically saying we have one engulfing candle, one small doji, and then this one that respects the highest wick. That is your candle range theory that usually goes all the way to the bottom. And as you can see, we did find support and came back up. Now we're dabbling around here where we can create a 4 hour reversal. This basically would be a 4 hour, 4 bar reversal. So basically, this candle, right, what we're seeing right here, it may go potentially to fill up 620 all the way to like 752, then come back down. It'll bounce around and go back up into that 500 zone that I keep talking about. So let's see what really happens. So far, it looks like market is doing exactly what I've been talking about. We do have nice retests and rejections of support. So basically, think of another way like this, right? If we're in the 1 minute, we have previous resistance turning into support because we're holding the zone, right? Now, if we go and walk the trade into another time frame, we're just seeing basically a hanging man. So basically, this could also be your lower high. So what I would also see in this play is, so if we are in a higher, and the highest high that we had here that never really, it's basically an equal high if you look at it. If we have equal highs, right, this is a magnet of a lot of stop loss right here. Basically, we already stop loss at the bottom. Now, the hanging man usually is a theory where I talk about it is the beginning of a low high and basically it could give you like a strong rejection to the downside. So looking at it from the higher time frame, if you look at the 30 minute, doesn't that look very heavy at this very moment? Like right now, we need to see some sort of sweep of this last 30 minute, or we're not flying back to that point of control. The idea of the longs for this morning were two things. The idea of the long was, let me show you my screen real quick. The idea of the long is, okay, if we have a lot of stacked point of controls up here, right? Meaning that is a lot of institutions selling from that point because you can see two things happening. A lot of buying, a lot of rejection. Directional candle, a lot of manipulation, and then now swinging to the low. If these people get swept and they come up, then again, the long is still valid. If it doesn't, then guess what? We could go all the way down over here. I'll tell you straight up, we could go all the way down over here. I would be looking for 971 at 28,971 as a target, right? If it was the case, mind you, I would have been out of this trade a long time ago, by the way. What really intrigued me to see that 4 bar reversal was two things. If you look at the 15-second chart, you can see where I entered right here. Okay, we had a nice little break, right? Nice little break, retest, continuation, Two things I can see already from here when I zoom in, when I can see a little bit more detail, I see the little W. You know how I always talk to you guys about the W's? Well, that little W basically is a rejection, and you can see the top where we have sellers and then a stronger seller at the very top taking that stop loss. So basically, right now we're at the mercy of the buyers actually becoming really, really strong to pump to the upside. And it's just one of those things where I talked about earlier. The 5 minute orb is your best friend. So what is the 5 minute orb, guys? If you guys don't know what the 5 minute orb is, it's basically marking out the top and the bottom of the 5 minute candle. So if this is the top and this is the bottom at this very current moment, you're just basically marking out orb bottom and orb top. And now what do we do with the reaction of what we want to take direction? We just wait. All the time you have to wait. If you're inside this zone, like it's risky because again, it could just do whatever it wants, and we're inside a range that was just very volatile. But looking at this for me, it's more of I would take the gamble on that long. I would 100% take the gamble on the long because you can see we respected the very very bottom. This is the area where the buyer entered. This buyer, whoever that person was, respected that zone so much that you can see that it didn't even get close to it. Now, it did take out the first buyers. You see this? It did take out the first buyers. And then you actually have a really strong dragonfly candle where it's basically saying this is the break and neck. This is the break and retest. See that? All this is just basically demand. This is how I'm literally interpreting data in real time, guys. If this is the W, right? I'm sorry. If this is like the area that would create support, and now you're seeing that strong demand area in the neckline, forget about all this wick right here. The wick is just confirming two things: the liquidity for fuel and the pump to the upside, right? It's just a matter of us breaking that point of control of New York, 390, 370 more or less. You have to adapt quick, guys. Adapt quick. You know, these are the small little things that I'm saying. I'd rather be in these kind of trades for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And we're talking about, by the way, guys, we're talking about a 187 point range. This is not like a tiny ass range. For a 5 minute into market open bell, you're burning accounts right here. So one of you guys probably lost an account. And 187 points is crazy. This is another reason why sometimes being patient on the direction could also save you a lot of hassle. So let's say this next candle of the 5 minute closes above the New York top right here, the New York point of control. You just want to see a break and retest. What that usually looks like, let's just mark it out for you guys. So if this is the W, right? Retest, continuation. You want to see some sort of breakout, a VWAP, a retest of the orb, and then continuation. Continuation where I keep talking about 500. 569 is usually where your bread and butter is going to be at right now. So if you're in this long at the very, very bottom, you're just taking it for that YOLO purposes, you might be golden. You might be golden. I don't know. We're still inside the orb, guys. We're stuck in that. Don't get too excited yet. I'm gonna delete everything so you guys don't have too much going on there. Mind you, this is a demo account. This is a practice account, guys. I would have been out of this trade. I always tell you guys, I'm a profitable trader because I know how to take my 40, 50, 60 points, and I don't care about the rest. The rest is just extra. Anybody have any questions? All right, no question. Cool. So let's just wait for the orb breakout. Happy Fridays to everybody. Damn, I have a huge audience. I didn't even notice. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. Didn't realize. I'm gonna go fishing today, guys. I haven't had some me time, so I think this Friday I'm gonna use it to basically go have some me time, disconnect, get in the beach, and just enjoy myself. I've been with my girls 24/7 almost for 2 straight weeks. I feel like I haven't had like my own time. So let's look at the 15 minute. Let's walk the clean. Let's walk the trade over to the next time frame. So two things that I observe right away is this right here. So when you see three candles where each candle takes out the other one, and the other one takes out the other one, and the other one takes out the other one, and then you're seeing the massive last bullish candle. That's a confluence that buyers are not just letting it free fall. In my opinion, they're not just letting it free fall. And then remember what I talk about the buyers with a small body, big wick. So if you have a big wick with a small body, basically we still need this wick at the bottom. If this wick can respect the or bottom 183, or if it does a fake down and it continues into the middle, closing out like a really strong indication of buyers, that would be very nice. That'd be very nice. Let's look at the 1 hour. Walking the trade to the 1 hour. The 1 hour on the new 1 hour, right? If we do happen to be in this range still for that new 1 hour candle, ideally we still want that candle to come to the upside, in my opinion. 159 DOL. I don't know what that means. She's talking about data. Oh, okay, that's the day of low. I don't know. I don't know what the DOL means. I guess he's trying to identify today's low. Anybody in any trade yet? Good morning, pretty.
Hey, good morning.
What's up, Steph? You had a question?
You want phone calls, no, you no, want just visit. I would show you that kind of visit.
Alright, so we're holding the line right now. There seems to be some kind of battleground right here. I won't be surprised if they let it fall below the or bottom and then they actually rock it. I won't even be surprised if that happens. Alright, so on the 5 minute, we have little body, big wick. Perfect example for you guys in real time. So you can see two things. We saw the bottom of this candle taking over the body. You see that? That's that wick with the body. Basically, this would ride its way up to the zone of point of control. So you're looking at from here to here. I would take this as a A plus setup. This is basically a 130 point move, a 100 point move, more or less. You can take that little scalp. You want to enter somewhere between 250, 240, guys. If you take one micro, you want to enter somewhere between there, okay? 240, 250, more or less. If you're taking that one micro trade, you're going in there. And then you're going to trade, you're going to enter your trade like heavy as you're entering the 290 zone. There you go. There you go. Very nice reaction. We didn't get to 250 exactly, but we got 256, guys. Nice little reaction. Very beautiful. Now look at all the liquidity sitting up here. You see this? This right here is liquidity. So basically, what looks like a double top neckline retest is not a neckline retest. It's basically liquidity built to trap sellers. So all the sellers here got trapped, in my opinion. Now we're gonna see more of like 290, 280, 290, 300, 290, 300 is gonna be our next like pullback to continue up. Because remember, any impulsive move, you don't enter up here. You wait for the little pullbacks. Okay. Anybody in the long yet?
I am.
How much are you up?
300. Oh wait, it went down.
Why did you enter all the way to the top and not at the bottom? I mean, ask.
I just added it. Now it's in 270.
Oh, okay.
So we close there.
So right now, what we're gonna see is two things are gonna happen, guys. We need to see this very nice impulsive move to the point of control, which is 270. I'm sorry, 370, 390, right? Because we have a defending candle right here. It's spinning top green usually means buyers are holding the line. Now, at the close of this next 1 minute candle, guys, at the close of this next 1 minute, you can expect some crazy rejection at the point of control. So just be careful right here. Don't try to add at the top. Right here, yeah, you see that? We're at the mercy of buyers right now, guys. Buyers need to fight really, really hard. We're looking to break that 370, 390, guys. Steph is probably holding on to dear life right now. She was up like 300 bucks. I bet she's down like 700, 800 bucks. Steph, talk to us. What's going on? How do you feel?
We care. Actually, I closed two on time on the for 300, but I leave two. Now it's 250 for negative.
Mm-hmm. All right, so 5 minute candle needs to like pump. This is the beginning of the 5 minutes still, guys. We're 4 minutes. We're 2 minutes into the new 5 minute candle.
Dude, what is your target? Because you was just in profit. What you doing?
I'm in the demo account. I'm just showing you guys how I read price. So basically, what I'm really doing is I entered pre-market, and basically in pre-market, I basically took a position open to read price for you guys as one position will be open. So let's say you entered the market pre-market and you're like, what the fuck? Why isn't it moving? I want to show you guys how I read price and how I'm able to decipher and digest what I'm seeing in real time for me to show you guys 500 is the target. So what I'm saying is we're going all the way to 569.
Oh, I got you.
I'm saying we're going to probably 400. So those are my two TP1 and TP2. Why? Because everybody saw selling, 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 selling. Market is going to push up on purpose to make sure that, again, we accumulated, we manipulated, and we distributed. So everybody that's selling is basically going to get squeezed to the upside. And then once they get what they want, they're going to use that as fuel to free fall. Free fall. Where are they going to free fall? They potentially can free fall to 28,971, etc., etc. So you have to think like a market maker to make money, right? Like a lot of the times it's not just what direction you see. A lot of times is what is it that they're showing you in their footprints. So notice how since you've came in, maybe you've heard me talk about this and you see the reaction right after. You hear me talk about that and you hear the reaction after. Like this whole time I've been telling you guys orb 5 minute. Why did I choose orb 5 minute and not orb 15 minute? Because the orb 5 minutes usually a little bit more
Because at the
clean.
5 minute, it keeps touching that area.
It's more of like the volatility that is expected for the day. So if I can see a range, right? So if I see a fat ass range that we're in, I'm already telling myself, man, this is basically a really volatile 5 minute open. Like if you think about it, orb from the bottom to the top of the 5 minutes, 192 points. This is not something that you just take lightly and enter like heavy. This is something that a lot of people are losing accounts today because they're getting chopped up in the zone. So it's more of like you're waiting for the break above the point of control of New York, which is 370 through 400, or you're waiting for the break and retest of the orb bottom. Those are the only two probabilities you're taking for the day. That's it. Everything else is just basically you're gambling. Anything inside this that you're like anticipating inside, and you keep pushing that button to buy to heavy your size because you think you're gonna be in a winning trade, it's better to be patient and then let the market do its thing. But me being just like that educator inside of me, I'm just showing you guys what I'm doing every single day so you guys can see this is not bullshit. This is me like actually showing you guys if I can do it, you guys can do it too. It's just kind of the behavior. That's what you're doing. Like as a trader, your job is to interpret the behavior of what it's showing you in a zone and how is that zone reacting to specific things. We're not there sit. I'm not sitting in front of order flow. I'm not sitting in front of heat maps. I'm just basically doing my thing by just observing two things. Why are we selling up here? It's point of control. And why are we buying up here? I mean, why are we buying down there? It's because we had a previous demand zone. The moment we break that demand zone at 161, that's when the zone just becomes iffy. Now, two things to observe is we have a trend, right, guys? You know how when you were first learning how to trade, maybe you started putting trend lines all over the place? Well, we have a trend. Doesn't that trend look like it's just accumulating? Up, down, up, down, until one day it actually explodes. And once it explodes, it's going to go to one direction. Either we disrespect the point of control because that was the manipulation to get sellers to manipulate, because the market wanted to make it look like it was selling. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're catching my drift? So it's one of those things where right now you're just basically at the mercy of the market doing its thing, in my opinion. Any questions, guys?
Yeah, I have a question. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna ask if you entered in at the green or if you added on contracts and it like moved your TP. I mean your entry, sorry.
So I haven't added to this position. I started at pre-market. I started at 10 micros. The reason why I started at 10 micros was because I thought that the volume was going to be so strong, it was just going to rally up. That's the only reason why I went 10. If not, I would have done 5. Okay, I would have added down at the bottom or more, like closer to like 190, 200 ish. That's where I would have added. But if I was in a regular position on my FXA, I would have done 3 micros. I would have done 3 micros and spam that button until I see confirmation. Uh, I just click the button. I don't care. I go all the way to 20 micros, 30 micros, and then I exit. The moment I see a stall, the moment I see a stall, I'm up like $600, 1,000. And again, it's because I'm telling you guys, I don't want to sit here all day, guys. I don't want to be here in 5 micros for 3 hours for it to go to zero, when I could take my chances at making a quick 1,000 and getting out. So let's see how this reaction goes about its way, guys. We're a few minutes into it, almost 30 minutes, 9 more minutes. We'll have a new 1 hour with momentum. Let's see. Ba, 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 ba. So let's look at the 15-minute candle, guys. So on the 15-minute candle, we're seeing a lot of wicks at the bottom. We're seeing a lot of like hesitation for like sells to just be rapid in momentum. On the 30-minute, you can see two things. We can see markets already trying to fly through the last zone. Now, if this zone again, the 400 gets disrespected based on the 30-minute candle, you already see a clear 4 bar reversal there. Oh, why? Remember, the 4 bar reversal is not just one specific pattern. It's many. It's the interpretation of how one engulfs the other. So let's say this candle right here gets closed above with a nice wick to the bottom. You already saw the last people get like trapped. So, oh my bad, I'm drawing it in a different thing. But let me my bad. I thought I was drawing it inside the chart. I screenshot it by mistake. So basically, the 4 bar reversals right here, guys. You see this right here? On the 30-minute, this needs to close like this, like green. Green above where? Point of control. The next candle pushes down and then pushes up crazy. See that? It would look something like that. 4 bar reversal is not a perfect candle that you guys see all the time. So you could interpret the 4 bar reversal like that everywhere, if I'm being honest with you guys. Look, if we have the first, oops, if we have the first um, person to defend the zone, you can see the big wick, right? You see the big wick down there. If you have that first person defending the zone, then you have another person kind of creating a range, and then the other person comes in and retests the zone but pushes out. You're entering here. You don't give a fuck. You enter. And where are you targeting? Well, you're targeting right here, a gap. The second gap says TP1, TP2, right? And look how the market stalls. It's that easy, guys. The only thing I'm waiting for is 4 bar reversals. That's all. If I don't see a 4 bar reversal to give me the behavior that I'm looking for with momentum, I'm not entering. I'm not entering. And remember, guys, it's like what I always say. You need to see some kind of structure. If you don't see structure, then you're not entering. If you see something like this, for example, you see a swing low and a swing high and a lot of jittery noise, that's not the move. Can you get a scalp from it? Yes, but it's a lot harder than when you have something like this. You see the difference? Right here, you could at least interpret or make about a W, right? You see that? And then a retest, and then another retest, right? Look how hard it is to do that here, where it's like, what the fuck? Like, how can you do that here? You can't. Here, maybe you could, but then you get trapped, and boom, it goes, you know? Well, here's a little bit more clear. Why? Because this was already a buy zone. You can see a buy zone. The breakout, retest, retest, retest. Once it happens over and over and over again, we call that an area of interest. We believe in it. All right. Let's see the 30-minute candle, guys. Very nice, beautiful 30-minute candle. So if you're buying, guys, I'm telling you right now, you're buying one micro, guys. One micro, and you're going heavy after point of control. Don't be crazy, all right? 4 more minutes, guys. 4 more minutes. Anybody want to share anything today? What are you doing this weekend, guys? Don't let me talk no long. I feel like I'm rambling.
I was dead. I was gonna hop on cells, bro. I was gonna hop on cells.
Word? What's telling you to
I
sell?
was gonna hop on cells. I'm not joking to you.
Talk to me. Tell me why you were gonna hop on sales.
Honestly, it's kind of like Friday, and then you had the whole SpaceX IPO. Got fucking news. Got fucking Iran, whatever not. So I wanted to come with the mentality that I was gonna hop on cells, and I joined the stream, and I'm like, damn, I'm so thankful I didn't hop on cells. Cause I just hit TP, bro. We out, bro.
How much?
1K.
How much did you make today, Matt?
1K off of 4 fucking micros, bro.
Let's fucking go. 4 micros. One
This is
thousand
it.
dollars.
Yes, bro. Yes.
Let's fucking go, guys. You're fucking
We're
gold.
out of here, man.
Look at this, guys. So basically, you would be running right now a total of 151 points at market open. I'm sorry, this was since pre-market open. But again, you have to learn how to interpret the zone, right? Just because you start seeing strong momentum of sells doesn't invalidate that the longs are not valid, right? So, goodbye, pretty. Thank you for being here. So one of the things I will say is just trust what you see, right? Like, don't try to predict. Like what Matt said is true. Like a lot of times we predict instead of like just seeing what's showing you in the footprints. The footprints are your data. The footprints are your order flow. Even if you think about it or not, these point of controls were institution. They were all institution. All these point of controls were institution. Again, more institution. Notice how a lot of my trading has evolved over time just because of point of control. And I don't even use point of control the way other people do. The reason why I'm able to decipher and digest this is because again, the 4 bar reversal inside the point of control. It's usually what's my bread and butter. So interpretation again, guys. Right? Let's just recap this real quick. You have a long wick, right? Where buyers came in. You can see they swept these people. These people come all the way down here, but they respect these people. So what you saw was basically fuel getting pumped into their long position. Okay? Now, we already hit TP1, guys. Do you need to keep trading? Maybe not. But if you didn't enter the trade, let's say you entered the trade at the breakout of the point of control, or let's say you entered the trade down here and you want to go for that top, you're basically trading your stop loss at 480. Why are you trading your stop loss at 480? The reason why you're trading your stop loss at 480 is because you can see here that this little gap right here is where all those stop loss might be right now. So what they do is they come back and they respect it and they continue. So let's say you entered over here, you're gonna be freaking out when you see this come back. Because again, every retail trader enters breakouts. So the market knows that they come back and retest and continuation. Trading is really easy, guys. I promise you, it's not that hard. I think we just complicate it because we're emotional beings and our brains are not made for this kind of thing. But if you can train yourself to be okay with this and demo and demo and demo, and just talk to yourself, why does your framework work? why does it actually work? Eventually it'll just be in green, bro. Eventually it'll just be a goat. I promise you guys. I get spooked out when I'm in a winning streak because at any moment I can lose and that can really fuck me up. I don't know how to accept to be wrong, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't accept being wrong. Let's see here. All right, guys. Any last questions before we head out?
No, I'm lucky trading the second Evo. Would it be smart for me to stay until like 10:30, waiting to see if we hit 580
So let's see.
or 500?
You want to see this push down. So you want to see us tap at least 360, 380. If you tap
Yeah,
360,
that's my limit. That's my buy limit right now.
enter two, and if you miss the buy limit, enter two micros, and then just as it pumps
That's
up.
what I'm at right now. I'm in 2 micros at $300 profit right now.
Cool, cool, cool. Here you go, guys. TPU two.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, we're already there, bro. We just hit TP again. Plus 400.
TP 2's
What the fuck?
569. 569 is TP two.
What the fuck, bro?
I know Grayson's.
Like-
I know Grayson's into something because this man is quiet as fuck. Grayson, how much are you up? Please tell me 3,000. Oh man.
That is fucking crazy. This is crazy. I start talking to you and then I just hit TP. Like, what the fuck? Twice.
He said he has his kids next to him, so he can't talk. I'll chill him, bro. All good. We green. Let's go. Let's go. Damn, that's crazy, yo. Too bad I'm locked out. If not, I would have been in this trade, guys. I promise. I got my
Yeah, more than green.
I got my wins yesterday, and I'm like, man, do I really want to lose in 2 days getting paid? I'm like, fuck that. Instead, I already have enough buffer to get the payout max, so it doesn't make sense to try to make more, guys. Like, one of the things that I've seen work for me real quick is that anytime you're close, like, every time you get max payout and you already have a big buffer, all you need to do is keep winning 2K to get the 2K. You get me? Like, don't try to, like, make home runs after home runs because another thing with Top Step is they make you make a little bit close or above your last payout. So let's say I get to $8,000 and I couldn't even take out $2,000. It doesn't make sense. This is why I need to start farming um, these evals to start funding my 150K accounts. So like that, it doesn't feel like a lot of money. Because to be honest with you, in the beginning of quarter one, I was buying 150Ks only. And bro, even though I was making money, that shit was a pretty penny, yo. That shit was a pretty penny.
How much is it? How much is it for a 150?
A 150 is 225, something like that, some shit like that. And if you lose the eval, come on, the way I trade, that shit hurts, bro. Sometimes I go $1,000 into evals and I don't get a payout.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember
That fucking hurts.
statistically, to make $4,500 in one trade like I do, it's not easy, bro. It's just
No.
you're in 6, 7 minis in, and sometimes you're up 3,000, and then you let it go to zero like a fucking idiot. It hurts. It really hurts, bro. So
Bro, for real.
if I've been milking the 50K accounts, payouts after payouts after payouts, why not just keep it at that? You know, right now I'm just being consistent on 50K. I'm gonna keep it there, bro.
Ah, bro, you are a real one. Thank you so much, dude, man.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much, Rigo, bro. You're the GOAT.
You're welcome, brother. I'm glad that you got
I'll be seeing you next week, bro.
I'm glad you got the dub. Have a good weekend, right?
For sure, you too, man. Much love. Ciao.
Dale, Bobby. Bye, guys. I'm out of here. I hope everybody else got a dub. Cozy, any good news on your trade?
Yeah, I got sorry, the babies are up. I think I got like 700. I did like you said, I try to be good. I didn't go too far. I did like one or two and I just watched it. But it was a little hard to watch it, but now I'm understanding more. So I really appreciate you breaking that down. Hopefully Monday will be a better.
Wonderful.
I'll be able to read better.
Yo, I hear you on that. Congrats, and I'm happy to hear that you got it. Yeah, I don't do these a lot because I honestly just lay in my bed while I'm trading most of the times. But yeah, I would love to do this more often for you guys. I have to take the will to get up and do it. But thank you.
No,
for
that's
being here.
okay.
Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you so much. Have a great
You
weekend.
too. Caesar,
All right, bye.
any good news for you, brother? I know you've been having a mindset issue lately. What's going on with you today? Talk to me, Caesar. The floor is yours, bro. If you can't talk, you can say that. That's fine. I just want to give you a chance to talk before I head out. All right, he's out. On a great, hey, bro, pleasure trading with you again today. I'll see you on the chat. I'm gonna prepare myself to go get fishing, bro. I'm gonna go fishing. I haven't done something for myself in a minute. I just want to spend time with myself, bro. And look, TP is about to get hit. That's crazy. Dale, papi. Talk to you later, bro.